Hi everyone, this is Alin from Economic Concept. Today's topic covers an interesting perspective about asylum seekers in Norway. But before I start, let me know in the comments if you enjoy geopolitical videos, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's start. Have you ever wondered why asylum seekers started coming to Norway, and what's really driving them to seek safety here? What's behind Norway's tough stance on asylum seekers? Could there be more to it than just stricter immigration rules? Are asylum seekers boosting Norway's economy? Or do headlines about crime and security paint a different picture? Norway began receiving a significant number of asylum seekers in the late 1980s and early 1990s, mainly from conflict-ridden countries like Syria, Iran, and Iraq, according to the Norwegian Directorate of Immigration (UDI. Numbers increased during the 1990s and early 2000s due to wars in the Balkans, Afghanistan, and Iraq. The peak was in 2015 during the European migrant crisis, with over 31,000 asylum seekers, mostly from Syria, Afghanistan, and Iraq, arriving in Norway. Since then, numbers have declined due to stricter immigration policies and agreements with European countries to manage borders and asylum applications. As of 2023, there are approximately 5,000 asylum seekers currently residing in Norway, according to UDI. Since 2014, Norway has received over 50,000 asylum applications, with a significant proportion from the Middle East, particularly from Syria, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Between 2014 and 2023, Norway accepted around 15,000 applications from individuals from these countries. Regarding citizenship, data from Statistics Norway shows that approximately 7,500 individuals who initially arrived as asylum seekers have been granted Norwegian citizenship since 2014, reflecting a gradual path towards integration for those granted asylum. Asylum seekers in Norway are spread across the country, with many residing in urban areas like Oslo, where about 30% live due to better services, job opportunities, and established communities, according to UDI. Other major cities, including Bergen, Stavanger, and Trondheim, also have significant asylum seeker populations. As of 2024, only about 25% of asylum seekers and refugees aged 2066 in Norway were employed. Lower employment rates are due to language barriers, recognition of qualifications, and length of stay. Those employed often work in sectors like cleaning, construction, hospitality, and healthcare, which have higher labor demand and fewer language requirements. The government has introduced initiatives like language training and job placement programs to boost employment among asylum seekers. In 2022, the Norwegian government spent around USD 750 million on asylum seekers and refugees, covering reception centers, integration programs, education, language training, healthcare, and welfare benefits. According to the Ministry of Finance, funding for asylum seekers in Norway comes from general government revenue, including taxes. While some argue these funds could be used elsewhere, successful integration can yield long-term economic benefits through increased labor market participation and tax contributions. Concerns often center on the perceived strain on welfare systems. In 2023, 430 million euros on asylum and refugee services, including reception centers, language training, job placement, and healthcare. Funds are also used for integration initiatives, such as language courses, vocational training, and social support programs to help refugees adapt to Norwegian society. Despite these efforts, outcomes vary. Statistics Norway indicates that around 45% of refugees who arrived between 2015 and 2019 were employed by 2023, compared to the national employment rate of about 75%, underscoring the challenges of economic integration. Many Norwegians are dissatisfied with crimes committed by immigrants, especially those linked to Islamist extremism. Examples of high-profile cases involving immigrants, sexual assault and rape cases from 2015 to 2017. Several cases, including the 2015 Christians and assault by a Pakistani asylum seeker, the 2016 Oslo rape by a Somali asylum seeker, and multiple rapes in Stavanger and Bergen, involved immigrants from Pakistan, Somalia, Syria, and Iraq. These incidents fueled debates on public safety, immigration policies, and integration efforts. Property and organized crimes from 2017 to 2019. Authorities dismantled extortion, theft, and vandalism rings led by Somali and Syrian immigrants in Oslo and Bergen. raising concerns about organized crime within immigrant communities. Violent and gang-related offenses from 2017 to 2020. Notable cases included armed robberies by Afghan asylum seekers, gang-related violence involving Muslim immigrants, illegal firearms possession by an Iranian immigrant, and domestic violence among Moroccan refugees. Cybercrime, fraud, and human trafficking from 2019 to 2021. Immigrants from Syria and Afghanistan were involved in cybercrime rings, drug trafficking operations, and human trafficking, highlighting the challenges of criminal activity within some immigrant communities. A 2023 report showed that non-Western immigrants made up about 33% of rape convictions in Oslo between 2015 and 2020, despite being less than 16% of the population. This has fueled public anxiety and is often cited by groups like Cyan to support anti-Islamic views. In 2018, Norway banned face-covering garments like burqas and niqabs in public institutions, such as schools and universities, citing the need for clear communication and identification in educational and public service settings. The ban on face-covering garments in Norway also addresses security and public safety concerns, aiming to foster an inclusive environment for open dialogue. This measure aligns with broader European efforts to balance religious freedoms with societal norms and security. Stop Islamization of Norway (Cyan), founded in 2000, opposes what it views as the influence of Islam in Norwegian society. Cyan claims that Muslim immigrants threaten Norway's cultural identity and secular values. The group advocates for stricter immigration policies, deportation of alleged extremists, and the rejection of multicultural policies that accommodate Islamic customs. Regulatory tightening and policy changes. 1. Stricter asylum criteria and temporary protection status. Norway tightened asylum criteria in 2016, requiring proof of direct persecution. Temporary protection status now allows asylum seekers to stay temporarily with periodic reviews for potential repatriation. Family reunification restrictions further delay the process, requiring proof of financial self-sufficiency. 2. Enhanced security checks and reduced welfare benefits. Norway has increased security checks, particularly for applicants from conflict zones, resulting in more rejections. Social benefits for asylum seekers have also been reduced to discourage economic migration. 3. Increased deportations and border control measures. The government has intensified deportations of rejected asylum seekers and those with revoked status. Reinforced border controls, especially at the northern border with Russia, and potential third country asylum processing are also in place. Streamlined processing has cut decision times to 6 months by 2022. Impact of these measures. These policies have led to a significant drop in new asylum applications, from a peak of 31,000 in 2015 to around 2,000 annually by 2023. The Norwegian government continues to adjust policies to balance humanitarian obligations with security, social cohesion, and public finances. Conclusion. Do you think the Norwegian government made the right decision by allowing refugees and asylum seekers into the country? Is the current level of government spending on integration programs too high? Or is it necessary for ensuring a smooth transition? Will the efforts to address crime and improve integration prove effective? Or do you think more stringent measures are needed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on this topic.